Okay, so today we're going to be playing a fairly new course, and it's a course called Vendgarn, and it's by Axel von Fersen. Without further ado, let's head off to the first tee and see how it plays. So here we are on the first tee, and we'll just take a quick look with the scout cam. And I think we can see already as it pans around there that we know this is going to be a really nice course. We get a great look at the overall view, so let's take our first shot. And we'll play this first hole all the way through, and then we'll look at the course in more detail. So we've hit a decent shot there, mostly sky on the camera, but we'll land it on the fairway and we just missed that bunker on the right hand side, which is good. And then we line up for our second. So we've got a short pitch into the green, and already look at those bunkers around there. These bunkers were one of the great features of this course. I really like those. And we end up with a nice shot and a little tap in for a birdie on the first. So let's have a look at this course in more detail. So as we can see, we've got lots of sand around now, sort of dune area, and we've also got really large bunkers full of lovely white sand. Now the thing that they do is they contrast visually with the dark green of the fairways, which gives a really nice look when you're playing these holes and when the camera zooms and follows the ball. We can see here, as it pans round, just look at that detail. So the tree work's good, and the planting's very good. There's not too many trees, but there's lots of little different varieties, and they're quite sparsely populated around the course, but then there's loads of lovely bushes and grasswork coming out of the dunes to break up the individual fairways. It's really nicely detailed stuff. So the hole design here is excellent. We can see here you've got some nice undulating, twisting fairways, but those bunkers, those are the star of the show for me. Absolutely fantastic. Now unfortunately I was playing off the green tees. I thought I was playing off the back tees, but wasn't, so some of those bunkers didn't come into play. So yeah, sorry about that. That's probably why I got such a low score on the round. But we can see here we've got a nice green surrounded by sand. The water doesn't really come into play on many of the holes. It does on a couple, but it's there for visual effect and provides a lovely backdrop when you're approaching some of these greens, as we can see here. And talking of the greens are nice and receptive to your approach shots. The ball holds up well. They're a good shape. There's some interesting slopes, shall we say, on some of the greens. They make for some challenging putts, but the ball does run true. So yeah, it's quite a test of your putting ability. There's just a couple of greens that do have the odd slope over the back, which means I think if you went down there, even though it's still on the green, you can see like this one, it would be quite difficult to actually put up because it's quite a steep slope. But that doesn't really detract from the quality of the course. So we roll a nice putt in there, one of those nice greens, and we can see here on the 13th hole, again a big green, but look at those massive, massive bunkers. I'm sure they'll come into play, well, as indeed they did. Gets plenty of bunker practice on this one. Again, if you turn the wind up quite high, I'm sure you can get quite a challenge, and those bunkers will come into play more often. Again, we've got a nice approach shot coming here, nice big green. It's just going to roll back, hopefully, off that slope. So here we're looking at the par 4 17th. We can see the water is in play on this one. The green stretching out towards the sea. Some, again, lovely tree work and planting around there. We take our second shot, and some lovely views across the ocean. And the ball's going quite nicely just towards the pin, but rolling on, leaving us a lengthy putt. And on to the 18th. So this is a great course overall. It's really interesting to play. You can get a good round of golf here, plenty of variation with the bunkers and some really nice undulating fairways. It looks great and plays well. So yeah, do yourself a favour, head over to Vendgarn by Axel von Fersen and enjoy a really good round of golf. Thanks again to all you designers for creating these courses, and we'll have another look at one shortly. So until then, we'll see you next time.